Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Kari and today I'm doing a video in honor of Syttende Mai. I may have mispronounced that, I probably did, but basically it's the Norwegian Constitution Day. May 17th, 1814, Norway signed a constitution that said we will no longer be ruled by the Danes or the Swedes, whom they had historically been ruled by at various times in history. I will be in Wisconsin about the time this video goes up, give or take a day or two, and the reason I'm going there is to A, visit one of my aunts and uncles and their kids, and B, because it is the Syttende Mai festival in their town. So I'm very excited to go and see it. Apparently it's just a whole bunch of Norwegian heritage people getting together and eating a lot of potatoes and butter and sugar and doing crafts and stuff like that. It sounds fun and I thought, why not? So in honor of that, I came up with a couple of books that are either written by a Scandinavian or set in Scandinavia. Let's begin. The first one is a book that I bought when I was with my friend Katie in London about 5 years ago now. We went over to Europe for a month and just kind of hit our top countries, which was basically the north of Europe. When we went to London, we went to Foyles because it's amazing, and we each got at least one book. I found a book called The Lion of Midnight, which takes place in 1666, and I don't believe Queen Christina of Sweden had abdicated yet, but basically there's politics and war and Queen Christina, sort of. It is obviously set in Sweden, but even better, it's set in Gothenburg, which I have actually been to because it is near where one of my cousins lives over there. I just thought it was really fun. When I read it, I loved it. I think I gave it 4 or 5 stars out of 5. To be perfectly honest though, I don't really remember because it's been about 4 or 5 years since I read the book. The next one is an author, which is Joe Nesbo. I read something by him. I don't have it up here obviously because it's currently packed at my parents' house, but I read one of his books. It is a mystery book. Anyway, it was very different to American mystery books and I enjoyed it. I think I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 or somewhere around there, simply because it took me aback in how different it was. It makes sense. It is a different country. He writes for a very different audience because Americans are prudes. And I really enjoyed that, so I would like to get into more of his work and just see where it takes me, see what other kinds of mysteries are out there. Next one is Kristin Lavransdatter by Sigrid Undset. This is a bind-up of 3, but it takes place in 14th century Norway. As I've mentioned before when I hauled this book, I would like to get out of my comfort zone of British history. To be fair, I will not stop reading that, I will keep reading that, and read things that are more actually my heritage, or at least set in that area of the world. So I'm gonna read this at some point, but I've heard it's really good. I'm very excited to start it, and we'll see how this goes. I'll let you know. But like I said, set in Norway. And then the last one I have is We the Drowned by Karsten Jensen, and I have this one because it is set in Denmark in the mid-19th century. So, I mean, Denmark is part of Scandinavia, and despite the fact that they ruled the Norwegians for a while, so did the Swedes, I'm still going to include it in this video because I said Scandinavia, even if it is Norwegian Constitution Day. But I got this one. This is honestly just a story of the port town of Marstal, Denmark, whose inhabitants sailed the world from the mid-19th century to the end of the Second World War. There's blown up ships, sunken ships. I mean, We the Drowned kind of gives you the idea that there's a lot of dead bodies in this book, but also I just really like the cover. So those are the 4 books that I could think of quickly anyway. I've been thinking about this for a couple of days and it's hard to find books. Like I said, I need to branch out. But those are the books I'm going to talk about in this video for Syttende Mai. Ugh, my pronunciation. And I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you in my next video. Bye.